Have you ever felt that everything you built, everything you loved, was burned down before your eyes? Like the world you trusted turned to ashes, and you were left standing in the smoke of your own past. This is the story of a woman named Elara, a girl who lost everything, but found herself in the fire that tried to destroy her. In a forgotten mountain village called Valen, the wind always whispered through ruins, carrying the smell of memories that refused to fade. Elara, once a painter of skies and dreams, was now just a shadow walking among ashes. She had lost her parents, her home, and worst of all, her sense of purpose. Every morning, she sat by the burnt remains of her house, tracing the ashes with trembling fingers, whispering, "There's nothing left." But deep down, a small voice said, "Maybe there still is." One misty dawn, she met Kale, an old woodcarver whose hands shook with age, but whose eyes still burned with strange fire. He lived by the moving forest, a forest that changed shape every full moon. "You keep staring backward," Kyle said softly. "No one ever found the future in ashes." Elara looked at him. "Easy to say when you haven't lost your whole world." Kale smiled sadly. "The forest took my son." And in that moment, pain met pain. Two broken hearts began to understand each other. Days passed. Elara began helping Kale carve wooden charms. Slowly, she painted again, first the sunrise, then hope. But peace never lasts long. The village leader, Saren, despised Kyle. He called him cursed and warned Elara, "That forest took his mind. If you follow him, it'll take yours too." But Saren's words only deepened her curiosity. Why did the forest move? Why did Kale's son vanish? And why did she keep hearing her name? In her dreams, the night of the full moon arrived. The forest began to hum, deep, alive, breathing. The trees shifted, roots sliding, branches twisting, creating new paths that no one had seen before. Kale stood beside her. "If you go," he whispered, "you might not come back." Elara's eyes glowed with tears. "Maybe that's the point," she said. "I already live like I'm gone." And with that, she stepped into the forest. Inside, golden dust floated through the air. Leaves whispered her name. Memories came alive. Her mother's laughter, her father's smile. The fire, the screams, the loss. Then she saw the truth. The fire that destroyed her home wasn't fate. It was Saren. He had set the flames to claim more land. Rage filled her, but also realization. The fire hadn't ended her story. It had begun it. When she returned, dawn was breaking. Kale was waiting. "What did you find?" he asked. Elara looked toward the village. "The truth and myself." Together they exposed Saren's crimes. The people rose. The village was reborn, not just in wood and stone, but in hope. Elara stood where her home once burned. She smiled softly and whispered, "Maybe the fire didn't destroy me. Maybe it awakened me. Sometimes life burns everything to show you who you really are. Pain doesn't mean it's over. Loss doesn't mean you're lost. You can rise even when everything falls, because from ashes, the awakened are born. No fire can destroy a soul that chooses to rise. No darkness can silence a heart that chooses to shine again. You may not control what burns, but you can always choose what grows from it."